My guest at this time is the current reigning, defending Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion.
I feel that in my loins. It feels so good.
It is Matt Taven. Matt.
I'm Matt Taven.
I didn't say that I was Matt Taven.
I know, but you said it is Matt Taven. You can do he's Matt Taven. I'll accept that.
Okay.
But I'm Matt Taven.
Okay, well, let me try it again.
Okay.
At this time, It is my pleasure to welcome to this interview the current, reigning, defending Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. He is Matt Taven.
It's a pleasure to speak with you again, Nick.
Thanks, Matt.
How's it been going?
It's been pretty good. You know, I really miss our time together, calling arm wrestling.
You know, making dick jokes, calling arm wrestling, back to the jokes, a little more wrestling with the arms, jokes, arm wrestling.
Wonderful. You laid out this like a wrestling match.
Yeah, if you weren't there, that's you just got it. You just got the highlights.
It was that plus me going.
Oh yeah, and then Resky took off all of his clothes. You know what I mean? That was. I don't know how I didn't remember that. That was kind of the best part of the evening.
It was sexy, man.
And that's what I'm all about, being sexual.
All right. Well, tonight is Sexual Mac Taven. You're taking on
a little more serious tonight. I gotta be turned down the sexualness. Just be Matt Taven.
Okay. You are taking on Alex Shelley, a legend here in Ring of Honor. What's it mean to you to be in the main event here with Alex?
Man, Alex Shelley's one of those guys that, like, when I was getting into wrestling, I was watching Alex Shelley all the time. And, you know, he's one of those guys that, like, is someone that I really kind of modeled my career after because I thought, like, that was the way to do things. You know, going to Mexico, going to Japan, learning all these different styles. And, like, I honestly, personally, to me, I don't think Alex Shelley gets enough credit. Like, I think that people kind of sleep on the legacy that he leaves behind, especially, like, him and Saban against Generation Me is literally what we are seeing in wrestling today. You know what I mean? They were doing that a decade ago. So to me, being a giant wrestling fan, this is like a big proving ground night. Since we're here in Ring of Honor, might as well stick to the terms.
Sure.
But it's a big night to really prove myself against a guy that I have nothing but the utmost respect for.
Yeah, and you know, it's 100+ days now you've had your world title reign, correct?
Yes, 125. Not that I'm counting.
Sure, of course not. Why would you? How has it been, man? What's this ride been like for you?
Stressful.
Yeah.
I've had more title defenses than I think anyone in history in 125 days. But man, you know, you work so long to get to Madison Square Garden. It happens. It's a giant event. Your friends, your family's there, and then a week later, you're like right back to defending the belt. It's like, you get no time to sit and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But, I mean, this is what I've wanted. You know, this is the position that I've wanted. So as much as I jokingly say, you know, it's been stressful, this is where I've always pictured myself. And, you know, being a wrestling fan since I was a little 6-year-old boy, I've wanted to be the world champion. And here I am, living that dream. Now about to defend it in Toronto against a guy that I used to watch. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. Besides the grunting that's going on, maybe they're getting sexual.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's going on over there?
I don't know. It sounds very, very intense, to say the least.
It's getting weird back here. It's getting weird. You know, speaking of getting weird, I wanted to ask you. You know, guys, when they win the title, you know, CM Punk, he took his title, he put it in his refrigerator. Like, have you done anything unique with the title? Like, have you treated it Stanley Cup style?
Well, like, I like to, you know, display it in my office at home. So, like, I don't like to keep it in my gear bag. I like to put it up, let it get some fresh air, you know what I mean? There was a time, especially when I first won it, that it was just kind of with me everywhere. You know, if anyone mentioned it, I'd be like, huh, you mean this world title that I just happen to have right here? Yeah. So it definitely has its benefits. When I threw out the first pitch for the Red Sox, I actually wore it, which go and look at a lot of first pitches. No one's wearing the belt while they do it because your hip rotation's all off. Threw a perfect strike while wearing the Ring of Honor World title. I mean, that alone should just put me down in the history books as the greatest champ ever of anything.
What was that like, getting to throw out that pitch? Like, that's kind of like a dream moment for you. Know you've made it when you're doing the first pitch of an MLB game.
And not just, like, Fenway Park is, like, I grew up in New England. Obviously, people know this. I'm from the Boston area. Like, Fenway Park is holy ground to most people. And within a matter of months, like, you headline MSG and win the world title, and then you throw out the first pitch at Fenway Park while wearing the world title. It's like man, I'm doing a lot of cool things. But it really is just very stressful because no one wants you to throw a first pitch well. You know, everyone, when you walk out to the mound, you can see all the fans like, ooh, slip and fall on the mound, throw this in the dirt, let's all laugh at you. And when that ball went over the plate and it was a beautiful pitch, the relief, the joy that finally came to me then was like, oh God, now I can enjoy this moment. So it was very, and like all day your friends are texting you like, you got to get on SportsCenter somehow, you got to chuck it into the crowd. I'm like, I want to be invited back. Like the people at Fenway were fantastic, and you know they've been very gracious. And if I want to go to a game, they've left the door open to just give them a call. I didn't want to be like, yeah, you're banned for life from Fenway Park, like a place that I've been going to since I was a little kid. So I ignored all those terrible suggestions and came home with a nice strike right down the plate.
I want to ask you lastly here, Matt. You are the standard bearer right now for Ring of Honor. You're on top of the mountain, right? There are people, there are critics of Ring of Honor right now at this phase. What do you want to say to people right now that are sleeping on Ring of Honor and the product you guys are putting out?
I mean, it's not a secret. This is a transitional period of Ring of Honor, but the best wrestling in the planet, or on the planet, the moniker that Ring of Honor's had for years, has never changed. Whether guys have come and gone, like when I first started, you know, Tyler Black is on the way out the door, and then you lose such great guys down the way, from AJ Styles to Roddy's to the Coles to all these guys time after time. But what does Ring of Honor always do? They always recover, and they always end up bringing that best wrestling in the world product to the fans. And just look at the moves they've made with, like, Bandito, Rouge, Tracy Williams, Mark Haskins. You know, I mean, we just signed, the kid from England, Joe Henry. There it is. Thank you. Like, these are all like unbelievable talents, and now you have fresh matches that you have never seen before in Ring of Honor. If you're sleeping on Ring of Honor, you're just obviously one of those people that you know, likes to not make an opinion for himself. Just probably go with the flow and be like, yeah, that's what we're doing. Have some balls. Actually do something for yourself one time. Go to a Ring of Honor show, watch the Ring of Honor shows, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to look really, really stupid for sleeping on Ring of Honor.
Would you say that the people that aren't watching Ring of Honor right now, there would be, I'm trying to think of...
begins with an M, ends in Z.
Would you say that they're a Melvin?
Oh, I was going to go with assholes. Oh, no, Melvin's fine. Melvin's fine. Okay. Melvin works, okay. Yeah. Melvin
by the way, my grandpa's name was Melvin.
Was it really? You know, it's funny because ever since I started the Melvin thing, I get so many people that are like, my name's Melvin, what the I'm like, I'm sorry I ruined your name, but that's going to be how it is forever from now on. So, okay. Sorry, Melvins. Yeah, all right. I'm not sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry.
All right. Well, Matt, anything you want to plug, promote, put over here before we wrap up the interview backstage?
Well, if you're not a Melvin, know how to spell Matt Taven. That's T-E. It's not it. T-A-V-E-N. Because most people put an R in it, like it's tavern, which is like, grow up, you know? T-A-V-E-N. You can find me anywhere. But, you know, find me, find Ring of Honor. It's easy to find. There's a Google machine that people know how to use. You know, you got those phones in your hand. Stop, you know, staring at that girl that'll never talk to you, IG, and actually go to Ring of Honor, ROH Wrestle. What? I'm talking
harsh.
I'm talking to the Melvins right now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to bring them back. Because those guys that complain on Twitter, they're not. No, those girls are DMing me, not you. But don't waste your time trying to DM someone that's never going to DM you back. Go to ROHWrestling.com. Check out the product. We're kicking ass and taking names, you know, and we're about to do it again right here in Toronto.
I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
My pleasure, buddy.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
Yeah!